Once I thought the same way you did, Larry, that once Anthony broke through and got in the clear, that was a for sure touchdown. I think he might have a cramp in his leg. Either that or he wants a little extra TV time.
Yeah, I think it looks like a cramp in a calf muscle. Yeah, you have to put a lot of pressure on it.
It's quite a change to to be used to running on the grass all the time to running on this turf. Of course, high school kids don't run on the turf at all, and it has a little different effect on your legs because it's so solid as compared to regular grass.
Well, this stoppage, it'll score 21-14. We're in the fourth quarter, even 10 minutes to go. I'm Larry Auger along with Ray Blackwell for WBSD Sports. Great job that the crew's doing with the work of Gwen Ahern and the Auger boys, of course, put together a very talented and successful telecast time after time. I don't care if we're in the dome or we're in the mud at Berkley. They put the program together.
The shots are wonderful.
The coaching staff for the Berkley team. Quickly, you got the head coach, Pat Fox. Zabdepsky is the defensive coordinator. Assistant coaches Earl Selmont, along with Pete Young, Howard Wittenberg, Robert North. Student manager Mickey Klingler, and Josh Hershen is the ball boy.
We're still working over Zukowski there, but I really feel it was a cramp, except he's on the ground a lot longer than a cramp should take there. I certainly hope Steve.
Well, you know, my experience with those cramps is you have to get up, put some weight on it as soon as you can.
That's why I'm a little concerned that they're still working on him there, because usually that's the way. They press the...
Yeah, once you flex it, it can curl up again. So. Well, we've got Pat Fox out there tending to his player.
Now, they're taking a lot of time with it. As I say, and I agree with Larry here, that usually it's just put the weight on it and you can walk off and shake it off in a few moments. But they're really working on Steve's leg.
Well, it's been an exciting game so far. Berkley with what we would consider now a slim 7-point lead, 21-14.
Oh, yes. How far was that run by Anthony? That was a big one. And
it started on the 24, and he's ending up on the opposing team 75, 70, I would say 69 yards.
Saved by the...
Approximately. These are unofficial stats.
Quite literally, Steve sacrificed his body on that. It was interesting because he caught him from behind. It would be interesting to see how he hurt his leg, but they're taking a lot of time on it.
Well, I'll tell you, you talk about the telecast. When CBS is here or something doing the Lions, they'll have maybe 75 people working on a telecast. We have a dozen people working, an awful lot of volunteers included in that. And to give this quality, I'm impressed with our crew. Hello, everybody. As you look at us up here in the VIP box.
75 people in the crew.
My daughter and your wife just ducked when they knew the camera was up here. I don't know, Ray. Yeah. We never duck when the camera's on.
No, we like the camera. Is that right? 75 people in the CBS crew?
Yeah, when they get everything to go. And of course, they've got a host of statisticians and
because I'm not sure we have 75 fans here today. It's a little
well,
early.
This place is so big. We could have 300 people watching this telecast. Steve's getting up and he's walking away. Good job, Steve. We could have 300 people here, but in this arena, which is great for a high school game, it's like a small dent,
I was just kidding. There are at least 85.
Yeah, I saw 3 cars in the parking lot. So.
Now, Steve Zukowski deserves a great hand on that. That play may have won the ball game if they don't score here. And most players, I won't say most players, but a lot of players would have given up on that. But not Zukowski. He kept after him and kept him out of the end zone. Big play.
Well, it's 1st and 5 for a TD for Oak Park. The clock's counting. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game. Last man through, Ross. Still pounding away, but unable to score. He's down on a 2.
Ross is a very good runner. He's an all-purpose type of back. He returns. Well, here's Ross going off the I formation on an ISO. The blockers go ahead of him. He hits the hole, and Berkley had it pretty well stopped, except Ross's leg drive drove him down a couple more yards. He got plenty out of nothing.
just keep churning. Well, the chants you hear in the background of that of the Oak Park team as they're trying to encourage the players on the field to score this touchdown.
Same play.
Ross again, right in, untouched.
That's the ISO. They send the two backs up through the hole ahead of him, and he ran through, and that was actually an ISO at its best because he just cleared out the hole. Well, here it is out of the power eye. It's power. You see the two backs go up through the hole first. Ross gets the ball, and he's in for a touchdown. Now we have a very interesting call on the Oak Park's side. They're behind by a point. An extra point would put them into a tie. As we get late in the game, 2 points will give them
going for two.
They're going for the two.
Going for the win. Now we've seen U of M do this too. And in for the touchdown, flying through the air for the extra point too. No. Calling it on the line, no good. Oh, we've got to see this again, I hope, folks. We got the replay.
Well, I hope they don't ask us to review this because he looked like he was in the end zone on that.
But he landed right on the line. And the line is inbounds, not the end zone. Oh, that's
actually, if the ball, though, goes over the line first, even though he's in the air. The referee was right on top of it.
His feet were above his head at the time. So the referee went over to explain it to Stevens. What a call. Changes the complexion of this game a little bit.
Yes.
20-21 is the score.
Yes, that was a big call. As I said, I'm glad we didn't have to review that.
That was 3 plays for 76 yards for the touchdown. Extra point, no good. Well, I'll tell you, I thought he went in.
I did too, and even on the replay, it looked like the ball in his hands was over the line. As they say, all you have to do is break the plane.
But the referee was right there.
The referee was right on top of it.
And as he spun, the ball stayed inbounds a little bit.
It was very close. But the ref did not give the scoring signal right away. He wasn't confused. He just said it was no good.
Well, that's what they're out there for, the striped shirts, and that's a job we're not supposed to do up here in the telecast booth. We let the coaches coach it and an ref it, and gives Berkley the 1-point lead. Whistle on the play.
Whistle on the play. Interesting. I guess Oak Park might have been offsides. In a way, that kind of hurt Berkley because Jeff Burks caught that ball with a full head of steam heading up the sidelines, and he might have had an awfully good return on that. Yes, Oak Park was offside. They'll kick it again.
So 5 yards deeper, and we've seen the kicker, Lonnie White, have the ability to put the ball into the end zone on his first kick of the game.
If you kick it in the end zone, it's great for the kicking team, but if you hang that ball up high at about the 10 and let the receiver get it, as Jeff did there with a full head of steam, you might see the back of his numbers as he goes by.
1 point difference, still a lot of time left in this contest, 9:13 to go.
Yeah, a lot of time in this game. It's very offensive, back and forth. And actually, Oak Park has shown that they have a place kicker that can kick a long way, so there may be a field goal that could change this game at the end.
Yeah, here we go again, 5 yards deeper.
This is a returnable kick, too. It gets the Burke, same spot. Here he comes with a full head of steam.
Started on the 15. He's up to the 25, and that's where he's going to stay.
It's number 80 made a good open field tackle out of it. He got Jeff low, which you really have to do, and brought him down. All right, here it is, a very high kick. It gives Burks time to get under it. He streaks up the right sidelines, makes his cut back to his left, and number 80 there makes a very good open field tackle.
So 11 yards on the return. 1st and 10 from the 21. Berkeley's got to get a couple first downs. The fourth quarter, they say, is theirs. Oak Park has something else to say about it. Right up the center, a gain of about 1.
They've been using that play effectively, using Burks as a decoy and giving the ball to Ashcroft up the middle, but Oak Park kind of sniffed it out for a very little gain on that.
Some very good officiating in this contest by Rick Bays, the referee, Dave Harbaugh, the umpire, Paul Womack, the linesman, and Don Brewer, the line judge. They've got Berkley with the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 9. The ball resting on the 27-yard line. Wing formation. And some good hard yards by Burks as he's churning it out.
That's Jeffrey. They had him at the line of scrimmage, but he just powers his way, and Oak Park is a big team, and he can seem to roll over him. Here's Burks coming around on their favorite play. He comes off the wide wing position, cuts in here, he's tackled, but he keeps running, and he picks up an extra 3 yards on the play, giving them third and about 4.
Well, I'll tell you, instead of running like a gazelle, which we know Jeff Burks can do, sometimes you have to run like a Clydesdale, and Jeff Burks has the ability to churn out those tough yards at his size, weight, and athletic ability. Whoa, no, it's thrown for a loss.
That was a successful blitz there. Like kind of a safety blitz, and Trevor, well, here's Trevor Miles doesn't even really get to roll out too much. It looked like kind of a blitz that came to number 1, comes through there and has Trevor before he can even look upfield. So it's definitely a punting situation now.
Well,
I would suspect possibly Oak Park might try to put on a punt block here.
they've shown us the 2 looks.
Yes.
And they've shown us on this telecast when they try to block the punt, and of course when they try to make for a return. And I would think that, yeah, they're going to throw the kitchen sink
now
at the Berkley team.
The big worry for a coach when he does that in a tight game like this is that if they are not successful, sometimes you rough the kicker, and that could turn the whole situation around too.
We've got Barber back to kick. He's going to get it away. Nice kick. Fair catch called for. No, it's fumbled. Berkley has it on the 49.
That is a big play. The ball faded. All right, here's a high kick, and it kind of is a knuckleball, and it goes straight up, and the receiver calls for fair catch, but he's short. When he comes up on it, it comes right out of his hands and right to number 54 for Berkley, who is.
I wish I could tell you, Ray, I wish I could tell you. It's not on my sheet. And the man makes the play of the game so far for Berkley in his 4th quarter, at least the play of the 4th quarter, and we don't know who it is. I apologize. They probably just picked him up on the way in.
There's an unlisted number.
Sorry, somebody just cut by the Lions, right up the center. Ashcroft getting beat up a little bit. He's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards.
Well, a big play for Berkley. Now they have second short yardage after that fumble recovery on the punt. They're in very good shape here.
Boy, Berkley seems to exhibit an awful lot of spirit right now at a key time of the game with the recovery of that ball.
Oh, that was a huge play, not only from the game standpoint, but a psychological standpoint. And Oak Park has to be rocked back on their heels after that.
2nd 3, the ball on the 44 of Oak Park. Need some first downs here. Ashcroft again. Just as Burks carried the ball an awful lot during the first half of the game, it looks like Ashcroft will have those duties now.
Well, they're using Jeff as a decoy quite a bit now, and they're giving the quick opener to Ashcroft up the middle, and it's been working. They're a little short on that one, though. It's 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, he was able to make a yard, but not enough to get the first down.
It's a big play for Berkley. They like to keep possession of the football because the clock is running down now and becomes a huge factor.
Well, Oak Park said if they were going to win the game, they would have to do like they've won all their games, no turnovers, and that's not happening today. Whoa.
Well, if that, as it looked, was against Oak Park, that'll give Berkley a first down. And that will mean at least a minute and a half to 2 minutes off the clock if they can hold the ball, even if they don't get another first down.
Time is a factor. We've got 5:22 on the clock. Berkley ahead by 1 point. And that's tough to live with till the next season starts when you can't make that 2-point play and you thought you were in for the Oak Park coaches.
Right on the goal line.
You got all year to think about that.
Right on the goal line. Now Berkley has a good chance of scoring again here.
Burks with the ball. He's going to be taken down from behind. And Oak Park wants the ball back. They know what it's going to take to win this game.
Oh, yes. They definitely have to get the ball back. They can't give up a couple first downs here because it'll eat up almost all the clock.
So the ball, it's going to be 2nd and 11. The ball close to the 40-yard line.
I'm glad to see Steve Zakowski back in there. Apparently that was just a cramp, but it took a while to get rid of it. But he's back in there, and he's a vital part of the Berkley.
Well, we're looking at something in the air maybe pretty soon, too. Both ends are in. Man in motion, Ryan Cascade. It's going to go to Ashcroft, and even though his size, he's able to bowl ahead for about a yard.
He paid the penalty there, though. He was hit by 2 or 3 players, and everybody got a helmet on him. I could hear it up here.